Currently, Fugaku remains at the top spot on top 500 list. How much does it cost to build another supercomputer to beat Fugaku?
So it's often hard to measure that. In the US, we have 3 machines that are being built today, which are going to be at exascale. So exascale would be faster than Fugaku. Each of the 3 machines are going to be purchased by the Department of Energy to do work related to the Department of Energy in the US. Each one of those machines will cost $600 million. So $600 million just for the hardware. That doesn't include the software or the applications. The Department of Energy is investing roughly the same amount for each of those machines in terms of the software and the applications. So 3 machines, the hardware is going to cost $1.8 billion for 3 computers and $1.8 billion for the software and the applications needed to run those computers. So the total cost for 3 computers is about $3.6 billion. So it's a very expensive piece of equipment that's being purchased. But you should think of this equipment like a very sophisticated scientific instrument. Think of it like the Hubble telescope. So we have a telescope up in space, which is observing our universe. That's a very expensive piece of equipment. And we're building the next generation of that, the Webb telescope, which is going to be going up soon. Those very expensive pieces of equipment are going to be used to, expand our knowledge. Let us look where we can't look previously. Let us experiment and let us see what's going on with how the universe was created and what might happen in the future. So those are very important experiments, and it's worth investing in a piece of equipment to get that knowledge. It's the same with supercomputers. Supercomputers are a very expensive piece of equipment, which lets us carry out experiments in terms of simulation, which can be done to further our knowledge of science. So we're willing to invest in those pieces of equipment to help further our understanding, push back the frontiers of science, and give us greater insight to what's happening in our universe today.
What are the common models of supercomputing systems?
There's 3 kinds of HPC systems, and this is true in China and the US. One kind of HPC system is to build it out of commodity parts. So by commodity parts, I mean parts like Intel. So take a large number of Intel processors and put them together, interconnect them with a very fast interconnect inside of a box, and we're going to call that a supercomputer. So that's one model of a supercomputer. And we see that in the US, in China, in other countries. The second form of a supercomputer is to take those commodity processors and put them together with an accelerator. So the processor and the accelerator work together to do the computation. And now you put a large number of those processors and accelerators together in a box and connect them together. And we're going to call that a supercomputer. So that's a second class of supercomputing. And we see that in China and the US and many other countries. And then there's a third form, which says take a special purpose, lightweight processor that's not a commodity processor and put it together, special design. We see that in China with the Tahu Light. That's a very special processor, very lightweight processor, putting it together, a large number of those processors. So the number of cores in the Tahu Light is a very impressive number. 10.6 million processors are inside of one computer. And we see other examples of that in the US and other countries. So those are the 3 models that are used today to build a supercomputer. Commodity processors, commodity plus accelerators, and special purpose lightweight processors. And those are being done in many countries.